What's up, everybody? It's Big Daddy here. This is the first video for the new channel that we're putting together with me and my son. And one of the things that I'll be focusing on is the upcoming video game of NBA 2K21. Now, the reason I'm just a big basketball fanatic as it is. When you grow up in Southern Indiana, that's just the way it is. But I really enjoyed 2K20. And then once the pandemic hit, I really got into my team. And ironically, I had never got into my team before. So one of the things that I really wanted to do by getting into my team was I noticed that so many guys are out there talking about the video game, talking about what they do during the my team focus and opening packs and all this other stuff. And I thought, you know what, I could do that. I could have a lot of fun with it. So I'm going to start off here by playing the trailer that they put out, and quite frankly, I like a lot of what I'm seeing, but some of the stuff kind of worries me. So I'm going to play it a little bit here. As you see, the beginning, it's replaying the Damian Lillard buzzer beater from the playoffs a little while back, where he shoots from like four, 4 to 10 feet behind the 3-point line. But I think it's an interesting idea that everything is game, and they're focusing on their cover athlete. But I really like the graphics. I think everything looks really good, and they're really content in saying, "Hey, this is current gen play." So what we're seeing right now in all these different graphics, and I'll be honest, some of it looks really interesting. I like the spin of the ball, for instance. Whenever we see the dribbling, or when we see Devin Booker pull up that shot, you see the ball kind of spin in his hand as he goes up, and that's all very realistic looking, especially for PlayStation 4. So I'm actually very excited even for the PlayStation 4. Now, I do know when they come out with the next gen on PS5, the graphics are probably going to be even crazier, because we saw some of that. See that ball spin there in the hands of Devin Booker. I really like the reality of it. Now, the next gen PS5 is probably going to be even more crazy when it comes up with its different graphics. When we saw the Zion Williamson trailer, which basically showed the drops of sweat coming off of his brow, I thought the detail on that was absolutely amazing. And if that translates in any way to the experience of 2K21 in the PS5, that's going to be really amazing. Now, this video just shows a lot of the different animations and a lot of the things that are happening with a lot of different players. It's really great, but I like what they do. LA, Chicago, Ohana, Berlin, Melbourne, they begin to point out all of the different cities. Now, why are they doing that? I'm not sure, because it looks like whenever you see the side there, you're gonna see the side of the video. Everything is hoops in the neighborhood, and you got a glimpse of what the neighborhood be, and it looks like it's going to be 2K Beach. The neighborhood may be set on a beach setting, and I think that's going to be interesting. For the last few years, it seems to kind of be like a city block type thing, and then you'd walk through between buildings and stuff and find yourself in the cages. There's going to be a lot of things. I wonder if they're still going to have the cages. If they're switching to a beach setting, who knows? But I find that pretty interesting that they're going to be bringing the cages in. I also find it interesting that they're mentioning all these cities. Now, we're not told exactly why they're mentioning all these cities. I think the idea is everything is game, and this is a worldwide game. And if you were early to the party last year for 2K20, you saw that there are different starter packs and different things for different regions. Like there is actually a European version of the game that allowed for different starter pack players and different focused players than the ones we saw here in the States. And so I think that's going to be something that we also find out could be a part of what's happening as well. So with everything is game, we're seeing this, and yeah, it's definitely going to be something that I'm excited about. Um, especially that version, because the great thing about the Mamba Forever version is that not only do you get all the great extras for the current gen, but you also are able to uh, jump right into the PS5. Now, it's only going to be the basic version on the PS5, but you're still going to be able to move right into the PS5 if you choose to get one of those consoles. The moment the PS5 version is ready to be uploaded, then you're going to be able to switch right over and carry your My Team. Now, the negative thing is anything you do anywhere else, any rosters you create, any draft classes you create, any My Players that you create, anything that you do in any other, My League, any of these other options that you get, you will not be able to carry those over into PS5, but My Team will carry over. Now, I think it's pretty smart that the thing that makes them the most money and that has the most microtransactions is also the thing that carries over, because we all know people who spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on buying VC and packs and all this stuff. And if they weren't able to carry that over, I think there would have been a pretty big backlash. So it's nice that My Team is going to be able to be carried over straight from PS4 to PS5. So any progress you make there in the PS4 is not going to be lost. That's good. I do wish that they would carry over some of the other things, because people that go to the trouble of making the rosters and the draft classes and all those things, even those that create the expansion teams and all the content that can be created by users, none of that's going to carry over from 4 to 5. So there's going to be a lot of people that put a ton of hours in creating that content for when the PS4 version goes live here in about 3.5 weeks. And they're not gonna be able to move that over to PS5. Now, I don't think it'll take them, but maybe the same amount of time to create it for the PS5. But again, you're talking time that normally would be gameplay by that point in time. For most players that do that kind of content. So that's something to take into consideration. But it's one of the reasons why I definitely went with the Mamba Forever edition whenever I pre-ordered mine, because I wanted to make sure that when I go from 4 to 5. Probably late November, early December, whenever it drops, that we are going to be able to take my team straight over. Now, whenever I do this this year, I've got my team that I'm going to kind of focus on. I'm also going to be making videos for another profile that I'm going to create, which will be a strict no money spent squad. Now, my main squad for my Too Cool CH PlayStation handle, that is going to be, I'm going to spend money on some VC, and I'm going to buy some packs, and I'm going to make sure, that I can progress the way I want to in that part of the game. But then I'm also going to create this no money spent squad where I'm just going to take it through and do what little I can on it to achieve without spending a single solitary dime. So I hope everybody's going to get something out of this. It's going to be a lot of fun, and if you're willing, hit us with a like on the video and subscribe, because I know there's going to be other things happening later on. I know my son Isaiah, he's going to be playing games from Call of Duty to Minecraft to all kinds of things, and he'll be uploading clips and stuff too. And I promise the quality is going to get better as we go, as I'm still starting to figure out this and how it's all going to work. So thanks for joining us on this video, and we will be back with more content really soon.